Okay, we're doing a rope dart again. This time we're going to go into detail about elbow wraps. Alright, so we're going to do elbow, we're going to do forwards, and we're going to do backwards, and we're going to learn how to do both sides, left and right. Okay, we'll probably leave doing both double wraps. We'll leave that for another one. But yeah, we'll just get started with that. Okay, so take your rope dart in your right hand, obviously, and what you want to be doing, we're going to spin. Yeah, we're going to spin in forwards to begin with. So the poise, the dart is going forwards. Yeah, so spinning forwards. And what you want to do, if you notice, the dart is actually, the rope is actually coming really quite close to my arm. So all I want to do is I want to bend my elbow like this. So if the dart's spinning like this, I bend my elbow. Now make sure it goes over. It's got to go over my forearm as well. So you've got this held here, and it wraps around here. Okay? So from spinning, I let it go longer, wrap it, and shoot. Alright? So if I show you that from the side, so if you're spinning short, whenever you're about to do a wrap, always remember to let some length out. Okay? So if you're about to do a wrap, just let some length out as it goes over the top, wrap, and shoot. Alright, I'll just jump back so you can see that whole thing. So you're going, let some length out, wrap, and shoot. You might find, depending on what materials you use, that the rope itself becomes twisted. You can just push that out. Okay, so that was a forwards to reverse, forwards to reverse, forwards to behind. Sorry, don't want to confuse terms. Forwards to behind shot, elbow wrap. Okay. So that's just the one. So we've got one wrap, just the one, and then straight. Now reverse is a little bit more tricky because it just feels a bit weird getting that timing right. You can often hits underneath your arm. And reverse is essentially the same thing. Spinning in reverse, let it out a bit before you wrap. Okay, so you spin in reverse, let it out, come underneath. Exactly the same elbow motion as it's done the first one. Really let that pop. Okay, so you want to straighten that arm and really, it's like you're throwing it. Always remember that when you're shooting, you really are sort of just shooting it, and it looks cool. Like, you know, if I'm back here, I'm just spinning, shoot it. You know, really looks kind of cool. A Dugan sort of stuff. But yeah. So that was reverse. You got the reverse one wrap, shoot. Cool. So now we've got forwards and reverse. Okay, single wrap. Now you can also do double and triple. If you've got a ridiculously long leash, long rope, I'm sure you could do quadruple. It's really up to you. Be aware that every extra wrap you do will make it tighter on you. So if you wrap 3 times, you can sometimes have a bit of difficulty straightening. It's really you really got to push. But that's okay. It looks kind of cool because, especially with something like fire, you've got a big circle, and then a slightly smaller circle, and then a really small circle, and then the whole thing just goes BAM! Which is great fun to sort of, you know, watch. So if I show you this from this direction, it'll come straight at you. 1, 2, and shoot! Right? Always remember that if you're facing this way, you're shooting that way, okay? And that's with forwards. If you're facing this way and you're spinning in reverse, then you're shooting this way. So we're going reverse, bam! Cool? Good. So, yeah. So that's forwards double. We just did 1, 2, shoot. Okay. Forwards double. Exactly the same as the single. Just let it wrap again. 1, 2, shoot. Okay. The reverse double. Exactly the same as the reverse single. Just 1, 2, and shoot. Cool. Really helps. If you know a bit of martial arts, it will help you. If not, it doesn't really matter. What really I find really helps with reverse is if you're in motion, which you should be whenever you're doing a circus instrument, staff or contact or poi or whatever, right? Like you should always remain in motion and on your toes and moving about. Okay, so with a rope dart, especially when you're spinning in reverse and doing this forward shot, what you want to be doing is really getting it to just spin and shoot. So I can show you that. If I spin in reverse, just back it up a little. If I spin in reverse, I can wrap and flap. It allows you to get that little bit of extra length, and also allows you to just really turn your body and shoot a lot easier. Helps with straightening the arm, shooting the whole thing. Really makes everything just that little bit easier and nicer to get used to. Okay, so the last thing now you've got singles, you've got doubles, you've got fours, you've got reverse. So now what you want to do is you want to be able to do it on your left hand, left elbow. It's a little bit different because, I mean, with a rope dart you're only spinning on the one side mostly. You should be able to just be able to swap sides, make this sort of figure 8. If I'm in front of you, you're making like a figure 8, yeah? And that's okay. And just straighten that up so you've got your nice planes here. So you're making figure 8 here, nice and straight. And then it's essentially exactly the same thing. So if I'm spinning forwards, I wrap and I shoot back. Okay? And if I spin in reverse, I wrap and I shoot forwards. That in particular is quite challenging. What you've got to remember is that in reverse, you're spinning in the circle and you just got to find the right time to get over on the cross point. So your cross point is here when you're doing your figure 8. If you're spinning in reverse, you go over the top, wrap, and shoot. Okay? So that's your basic lowdown of elbow wraps. Once you got those, you can really start having quite a lot of fun with your dart. You know, just spin around and wrap it, shoot. You know, it's really quite a lot of fun. So elbow wraps are sort of the basis of shooting a dart. Sort of the beginning of just the tip of the iceberg. So give that a shot. Have some fun. Next up, we're probably going to have knee wraps or foot wraps or neck wraps. Check it out at my website, www.poidojo.com. And yeah, see you next time.